Right, so this is Mum. Mum's called Karen. Right, now, starting with Mum's skin. Mum has always said she's got more of an oily skin. It's quite textured. You've got some enlarged pores, haven't you, Mum? You're not going to be shy about it.
No.
She has. So that is just through having oily skin. So I'm going to start with a base that I find really, really good for oily skins. And that is the Porefessional. That's by Benefit Cosmetics. So I'm going to actually make sure I get this in the camera this time. And that's called Matte Rescue. And this is a clear gel.
Do you want me to take my nose stud out?
No, keep that in. That's all right. Got to work around these things, Mum. So I'm just going to go in with fingers. And what that's going to do is instantly take down the shine and mattify the skin. But over time, it also helps to minimise the appearance of pores. She's laughing already. She can barely control herself.
I'm excited.
Barely control herself, bless her. Okay. Like that. So all over. Because she said she's got oily all over skin. Now, if all over oily skin. Now, if you said you were just a combination skin, you would just keep that into the centre, so in the T-zone, and then use something else for the cheeks. Okay, so next step. Now we've got the oil control product on there. You can instantly see it's taken the shine down. Next, I'm going to use the Stiller from Stiller Cosmetics One Step Corrector primer. Now, it's like a mousse in there, and you're going to just pump it out onto the hand. It looks absolutely vile, but it works wonders. And I'm going to pop it on with a brush this time. So going in with my MAC 132 brush and mixing it together and then popping it straight on. And this will help just to tone down the redness and the other colours that we see on the skin. Alright, so going to move on to foundation. So Mum just said that she uses Face and Body in a C1. In my kit, I keep the Face and Bodies in the large size, and I'm going to custom blend it to Mum's skin tone colour. So I'm going to be making a bit of a mix of a C6 with a little bit of the white, and I'm going to bring that right the way down to probably a C1, C2. So I'm going to just mix that up on my hand. Ooh, just splat that all over your leg. Oh my god, you're going to literally kill me.
Don't worry.
Had a bit of an accident with the foundation on Mum's leg, but we're not gonna dwell on it. We're gonna just move on. I'll buy her a new pair of leggings. Mother's Day's coming up. Think yourself lucky. So you can see I'm just blending that in. It's what I use in my bridal kit, because you never know the skin tones that you're going to come across within a bridal party. You can custom blend it to however you like. Also, it's great because if you're going on holiday and you want your tanned foundation for when you've been to Ibiza, then you need to have a bit of a darker colour to mix into it. So I've blended that up, and I'm now going to apply it when I found it. Again, no prepping involved in all this. All my brushes are in my belt. I'm going to use my MAC brush in it's a 170. Okay, so it's a really nice soft stippling brush, and we're going to start in the centre and work our way outwards again. How does that brush feel?
Soft.
Yeah, it's nice.
Very
isn't it?
soft. I normally put it on with my fingers.
Oh, she's a madam. To be fair though, Face and Body you can apply with your fingers, Mum, because it thickens and warms as you're blending it.
Okay, it's
So
good.
I don't even. She does listen.
I'm not even doing it wrong.
She does listen. Very impressed. Not even doing it wrong. Come on, have a bit of faith in yourself, girl. You've taught me everything I know. Bless old Nan. Nan sat in the front room completely. We've shut the door. She's playing bingo, bless her, isn't she, on her phone. But my other half was here and he was talking, and it was just creating so much background noise. We had to shut him out. Right, there we go. So Face and Body is all blended in. Only a nice light coverage because, like I said, it's day makeup. And now I'm going to go in and add concealer where I need to. So I'm going to be using on Mum the Pro Longwear concealer from MAC in an NC20. I'm going to pump it out onto my hand. And where it's been, MAC, you need to sort this out. I'm not being funny. I've got loads left, and where it's been sat in my kit, it's all gone to one side and it won't pump out, which is really, really infuriating. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So with the Pro Longwear concealer, I'm going to now use a nice little fluffy brush again. This is a 266 brush from MAC, so it's a nice fluffy brush. Again, Mum probably uses her fingers for this, and other people probably use their fingers. Nothing wrong with it, but it does go on better with a beauty blender or a brush. And we're going to just place the concealer where Mum just needs those extra little bits of coverage, which is just through the centre, down the nose and then under the eye, but only a tiny bit. Now when concealing under the eye, there are many tricks that I can teach you, that I will teach you as the videos keep coming out. I'm not going to give all my secrets away in the first couple of videos, guys, that would be so silly. But for Mum's under eye, she doesn't really have dark circles at all. Mum, just open your eyes for a second. She doesn't really have dark circles at all. She's just got more of that sort of red pigmentation, a little bit of purple where we've got a vein, which can be concealed with a peach toned concealer. But because Mum's skin is predominantly a sandy yellow, I'm going to stick with just the yellow concealer. Usually yellow is the best for toning down any redness, so that's what we're going to stick with. And a peach would be, a pinky peach concealer would be best for blues and purples. So loading up the brush, I'm just going to repeat this side. And I have just swapped hands, I'm ambidextrous. Open for me, look up, lovely. And because this concealer dries matte, again it's going to help with that oily skin that you've got, but also Mum, just, and she's going to hate me, they're laughter lines, just here, a big worry for everybody with textured skin is the makeup's going to sit in the creases, right? You don't want that. With this concealer, sorry, it doesn't happen, because of the way it sets and dries, you just don't get it. And because the foundation base is really light, it's very sheer, you're not creating that massive build up on the skin for it to then actually crease and create a problem. So just choose your products wisely. Inbox me if you want to ask about any particular concealers, because I've got a whole array of knowledge. Going into my kit, when I was with Benefit, I collected every single colour of the Hello Flawless powder. This one's got an A on it because it was put aside for me. So Hello Flawless, absolutely love it. I'm going to use it in a honey shade for Mum, just to warm the skin up a little bit. And I'm going to go in with a large MAC brush, and it's a 150, I haven't forgotten, a 150. So that's a large powder brush. Mum, if you just close your eyes for me again, and just sort of pat it on. It's going to add a little bit of coverage again, but just for the extra protection of stopping that oil from coming through. She's giggling. I can see her starting to go. I can see her starting to go. That's it. And honey's a really nice neutral shade actually with the Hello Flawless powders. It's not too yellow based and it's not too pink. It sits right in the middle. Right, you can open your eyes now. So we've restarted. We've looked over what we've done. We've liked it. We've noticed that my double chin and my nostril was majorly taking over over this whole side of the video. So we've moved over. Please ignore the nostril. I've got bigger nostrils than Fern Cotton. So if Keith Lennon's got anything to say it to my face. Contouring. Oh my God, there is so many videos on how to contour your skin and look like you're really sculpted, like you've lost 14 stone in a day. But we don't need to do that because you can actually contour the skin really, really subtly. And that's what we're going to do for Mum. I'm going to just, where's my powder box? There it is, down here. Going to go in with my fave again, my absolute foolproof Hoola Bronzing Powder by Benefit Cosmetics. Even bigger hole in the one in my kit. There we go, just goes to show because I use it all the time. Going to use my MAC 168 brush, which is a really nice angled soft brush, and the angle really helps you to sculpt out the cheeks properly. It helps you to really control the product. So we're going to load up the brush in there, knock off the excess, never blow it. If you blow the powder, it ends up on your carpet. Mum's like this one here would kill you. Don't do it. Knock it off in the box, she would, and then it would be there for you to use again the next time. Now, if you look at Mum's face shape, Mum's got the same face shape as me. Mum's got a square jawline, which means we age a lot slower. Woo! It keeps the jowls, shall we say, the jowls tighter for longer because the bone structure is keeping the skin more taut. When you contour, the idea is to create an oval face shape. We don't have them. Us lovely ladies here, we're blessed with a square jawline. So we're going to aim to make this face look like an oval. So that's how and why you contour. We're going to take the brush and first of all, we're going to take it around the outside. And we're going to do that in the top corner on that side and that side because we've got square faces. So we're going to take in those corners and these corners here. So I'm going to just apply it to there as well. I once saw a really funny meme that was like, girl, have you lost weight? And it's like, no bitch, I'm contouring. Because you really can change the entire shape of your face with contouring. It's very, very clever. Like that. So that's going to just take in those bits there. We're going to apply now in the cheeks. Now this is where you can really, really sculpt if you want to. So from the top of Mum's ear line, just want to make sure this is actually filming, Mum. It is. From the top of the ear line down to the corner of the mouth in slow buffing motions. Using the angle to make sure I don't bring it too low and it's not too high. So from the corner down to Mum's corner of the mouth. And it roughly sits where the teeth are, up here. Mum's a dental nurse, so she's got lovely teeth. Just like that. And then we're going to just help to, we're going to blend those two together around there and then along the bottom again. And repeat on the other side. So I'm going to end up getting my hair in the cap. Oh, look at, oh my God, she should have been a model. She just know, she's been watching QVC. Down from the corner of the ear to the corner of the mouth again. And just gently buffing in. You've had hula, haven't you, a few times? In fact, and then you actually got that.
I've got it in my kit now.
Yeah, oh, her kit! It's her kit, not just her it's not just her makeup bag anymore, it's her kit. She's turning profesh on me. Mum's going to be releasing better tutorials than me. Give it time. Give it time. There we go. And you can't ever go wrong with a little bit of bronze on the neck, because this part of your neck never ever sees the sun. And then back to the middle, Mum. Thank you. And then just a little bit on the nose. And this really is just down the side, very quick, nice and subtle, and just on top a little bit. All right. Make sure we look seamless. We're not all stripy. Now, going into something that my mum will remember very well, just going to laugh. We're going to do blush now, and we're going to take it back to Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally cheeks is an expression that I use a lot. It's when you over blush the cheeks, really too pink, too red. We're not going to do that. We're going to go nice and subtle, but I'm using that reference because ladies of Mum's age and older, and some younger, will know about Wurzel Gummidge and Aunt Sally. So I'm keeping it relatable for everybody.
So rude.
I'm not rude, I'm just being honest. From, oh, get rid of that brush, we're not using that anymore, eh? From Benefit Cosmetics again, Rocketeur blush. It's a lovely, lovely shimmery rose gold. Using a slightly smaller brush now, just a 125 brush from MAC, just a standard powder brush. Load it up, knock off the excess in the lid. Mum, if you just give me a little gentle smile, see the apples of the cheeks is this bit here. It's that little plump bit of the cheek. And a smile again, and just where you naturally would flush if you went out in the bloody weather we've got at the moment. And it's currently snowing hard in Hawley, guys. It's currently snowing hard. Like that, and like that. And that just looks really natural. Flawless, actually. That colour is really good on you. That looks great. Look at her posing at the camera. She's totally been watching QVC. Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in that glow. And I'm just going to use a really soft gold sheen, which is called Bubbly. And that's that one there. Don't want anything too intense for Mum. Just something quite nice and natural. And when you contour, the other side of shading is the highlighting stage. So it's all well and good knowing how to shade, but to know how to highlight as well. So on the top of where you've just bronzed, on the highest points of the face, we're going to just apply a little bit of highlight there. And then we're going to go across the centre, like that, and down the centre of Mum's nose. I'm actually being a bit cheeky, I'm mixing a bit of Sunburst in it as well, without telling you. And then again on the top of the cheek there. Love this palette. I wish Anastasia Beverly Hills was more buyable, should we say. What's the other word? What's the word where you're looking, where you want to be able to buy stuff? It's not
Available.
Available. Yes, love it. Thank you, Mum, for that. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. I wish it was more available in the UK, because you've either got to buy it off a website and pay absolutely shitloads of postage. You can't just walk into like Boots or Space NK and buy it. So Anastasia Beverly Hills, please, please make this more available for us in the UK. Right, so that's Mum's powder. That's the skin now finished. We're next going to go on to brows, eye makeup and lips. Right, okay, going on to brows. Now I'm going to do a whole brow tutorial on how to actually shape the brow. Just like that. I'm not going to do that now because we're going to try and keep this video quite short and sweet, but I'm going to go through with you how I would do Mum's brows as I'm going along. I've got 2 brushes to do this. I'm using a 208 brush from MAC Cosmetics, a little short angular brush, nice and stiff bristles to control the product, and then a 204 brush, which is the spoolie brush to just brush through any excess. And I'm using Benefit Cosmetics Browsings. Unfortunately, it's the old packaging. Benefit, please send me some new. Beg, beg, beg. Please send me the new packaging in light. So that's there. Light Browsings. And then I'm only going to use the powder. The palette comes with a wax and a powder. I'm not going to use both. I'm just going to go in with the powder. So loading up the brush, taking off the excess, and I'm just going to apply some to the Mum's bulb of the brow. Reggie's just got in from the library. We can hear him. He's probably dying to come in and jump all over the bed and create havoc, but we're not going to allow him to. Nanny Leslie, bless her, she's being a diamond out there. She's stopping him from coming in. And then I'm just brushing the powder through from the bulb, which is here, through to the tail of the... Oh! Bloody cold callers ruining my video. Manchester, England calling. Piss off. What a time to call, bastards.
Don't you heard I've had a car accident?
Probably, yeah. Probably. Okay, so now I'm going to sweep up and then across, taking off the excess. That's lovely. And then I'm going to just go in with, just to tidy up my little rough edges, my MAC, I think this is, which one is this? I want to say this is my Pale Yellow, Pale Pink, there it is, concealer palette. And I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of concealer that matches Mum's skin tone, so which will be this sort of middle one here. So that's there. I'm going to load it up on a flat brush, and I'm going to just take off any sort of fluffy edges. And where Mum needs me to come round and do her eyebrows at the moment, because I need doing as well, they're just a little bit unruly, so I need to use the concealer just to make it look a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner shaped. Side. Amazing how much I think the brow changes your whole face. I think the brow is your main sort of frame of the face. It holds a lot of structure. And then we're going to go up again. Bless Mum. Mum realised that it was her I was making reference to with the overplucked in the 80s brow. It was on trend then, you can't blame her. Everybody did it. Brow trends, as we really well know from... Oh, she's on to me. As we know from going through Instagram and things at the moment, there's fishtail brows, there's McDonald's brows, there's some fucking overdone crazy shit brows at the moment, and I just think, when is it going to end? Do you know what I mean? Let's just calm it down, ladies. A little bit more in the bulb. They're never going to be exactly the same, so don't feel disheartened. Many faces are not symmetrical, and hair growth tends to not be symmetrical on people's faces either. So really don't worry about it. It's one of those things, unfortunately, girls, ladies, boys, whoever's watching. Okay, just to finish the brow off, just to set it in place, I'm going to go in with another one of my favourite Benefit products, which is the Gimme Brow. Actually, no, not that one. I want the light one. Where's my light Gimme Brow gone? Holy Jesus Christ. There it is. It's in the wrong compartment. Again, I've got the old packaging, the Gimme Brow from Benefit Cosmetics. Sweeping through the brow. And this is really good for somebody like Mum, or somebody who has quite a sparse eyebrow, or somebody who actually just wants a much more natural look than what I've done, because it's fibrous. So it adds little imitation hairs to the brow. And it's also in a coloured set gel, so it will give you that little bit of definition by naturally looking fuller as well with those imitation hairs. She's got the giggle. Why are you laughing again? I can bloody tell.
Because I've got one of those in my kit.
She's got one of those in her kit. There we go. Lovely stuff. I'm going to go in with my x15 warm palette. And I'm going to start off by using a 217 brush, and I'm going to use this colour down here. Couldn't for the life of you tell you what that shade is called. It's all on the back, but probably Butterfudge, I think it's called. Yeah, Butterfudge. We're going to go call it that, and they'll probably message me and say no, it's not. So just taking it all the way across the lid. Now Mum's got the same eye shape as me. However, Mum said to me the other day, if you do my makeup, show me how to do makeup for saggy eyelids. Didn't you, Mum? She's laughing because she knows she's guilty as charged. So just blending that colour across. Now you can't help what eye shape you've got, however, by placing the colour in different places on the lid will help you make your eye look bigger. So today I'm just keeping it nice and simple. I'm going to do eye correction shapes on another tutorial. I've got to keep you guys watching. Mum, just turn your face towards the wall for me. That's lovely. I was getting cack-handed again. This is a really lovely colour actually on you. And then I'm going to go in with the colour again, just backwards and forwards, from the inner corner to the outer corner, little circular motions. Is that quite comfortable on the lid, Mum?
Yeah, it's lovely.
I hate the thought of it being like irritating or scratchy.
No, it's lovely.
Nanny Karen's going to come out looking like a new woman. Can you hear Nan in the background?
Mm.
Reggie's obviously missing us, bless him. He's the apple of Nanny's eye.
Sure is.
She's the teacher of all bloody cheekiness, I think. I remember at a really young age, I think Reggie was probably about 7 or 8 months old, probably maybe even younger, and I'm not exaggerating or lying by this, he came home from having a sleepover at Mum's and he blew a raspberry at me. And it was her. It was 100% Mum. And when I FaceTimed her and I went, look what Reggie can do, you could see her face sunk. You could tell she was creasing up with laughter because she taught him how to blow a raspberry. And realistically, it's just gone from there, really. I can always tell when Reggie's been at my mum's because he comes home with a whole new level of sass. I'm now going to go in with this, also this iridescent brown shade here. Just a little bit on the end there, not too much. And close your eyes for me, Mum. And my arm's going to get in the way here. Close your eyes for me. And then just in the outer corner and across the top, I'm going to just apply this a little bit stronger. A bit like when we're contouring, the darker the colour you use, the more it's going to push back what you're looking at. So because Mum wants to get rid of the effect of this eyelid that slightly overhangs, you're going to have to put a darker colour on top of that for it to do so, because it's going to draw it away from the eye's attention. So again, just controlling the powder. You could use a slightly smaller brush if you want to, but I kind of want to do this with minimal brushes to show that it's relatable, it's accessible for you guys who hasn't got a whole kit's worth of brushes, although Mum seems to have an amazing kit. No wonder where my things have gone bloody missing over the years.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, I was going to say. Right, if you just open your eyes for me, that's lovely, very nice. And the eyes open, you can kind of see your placement a little bit better. Alright, so that's just touching up the outside there. And the trick that I said earlier in my other tutorial is to go in again with a clean brush. So I'm going to do that, go in with a clean 217. I'm quite lucky because I've got a few down here on my kit, on my brush belt. I'm going to go in with this light one here, and again I think that is vanilla or brulee, whatever's in this. Don't know, it's in there. I'm going to use it. Close your eyes for me, Mum, and I'm going to just sweep it over the top, and it's going to help to just blow out all the colours, keep it quite soft. So this is called Retrospec. This is another MAC shadow, Retrospec. Love this. It's a really light sheen, like gold. Going to go in with the same brush that I've just used in there, and just apply a little bit on top, just under the brow, to help to highlight, but just to add a pop of shimmer. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush, a 219 brush, the pencil tip brush from MAC that I mentioned earlier. Pop a little bit of Retrospec on there, and just there along the lash line apply a little bit of the lighter gold, because that is the part of the lid that you want to see more. So when Mum opens her eyes, open for me, this bit is the bit you want to draw the attention to. You want to bring that part forward and push back that darker part, and that's what that's what you're going to do by placing a lighter colour here and a darker colour in the crease.
Oh.
There we go. No doubt Mum's going to be sending me selfies next week of her practising this, and I can't wait for that. So a little bit of that, and I'm going to just pop a little pop of it on the inner corner there and the inner corner there. Right, okay, on to mascara. Right, going in with mascara, I'm going to be using the waterproof version of MAC's In Extreme Dimension Lash. Mum has really watery eyes, quite sensitive eyes to the wind, to anything, just like me. She's one of these rubbers. She rubs her eyes even when she's got full, aren't you? She's got a full face of makeup. You'll see her with an itchy eye, wipes it across her face, and I'm like, Mum, really. So we're going to use the waterproof version just to make sure that everything stays put. Because this mascara is from my kit, I'm just using some disposable wands. Now, you've not got many eyelashes, Mum, have you?
No.
Now, tell everybody why that is, please. Just explain to people what you did when you were younger.
I cut them.
And why did you cut them, Mum?
Because people used to say, haven't you got lovely eyelashes?
Yep.
And I got fed up with it, so I cut them off.
I mean, what the fuck? She cut them because people said to her, haven't you got lovely eyelashes? Not being funny, but what the hell? And just, Mum is a big fan of the wiggly trick, aren't you, with the mascara wand?
Yes, definitely.
It helps them just fall through the wand, doesn't it? And load them up. Dark Brew, it's called, which is that one there. Fabulous, I love a Dark Brew. Pencil tip brush. It's a, I can never remember the bloody numbers. I've really lost it. I've lost my touch. A 210 brush. Only a tiny, tiny bit. Look up for me, Mum. Plum around a blue or a green eye really works wonders. It really makes your eyes pop. That's it. So we're just taking that along the lower lash line. Nothing too much. Blink it out, Mum. Blink it out. And just to touch up the lower lashes. So look up for me again, Mum. That's it. And we've not got many down here, so we're just wiggling through. Not that I'm slagging you off. Just stating the obvious. She doesn't mind, bless her. There we go. Reggie's dying to get in. We're having to keep him out for this one because he loves Mum. Obviously he loves me, but he loves Mum, wouldn't he? He'd just be up all over your lap. He just wouldn't be able to do anything. It'd be absolutely chaotic in here. Okay, so Mum's eye makeup is done. I'm going to zoom out just so we can see the full look on Mum because sometimes the zoom is quite strong. And we're going to go in again with lips. MAC Subculture lip liner pencil again. So it's just a really nice light nude shade. I don't want to go too much. I want to try and keep Mum's eyes the main focus. But Mum said to me that she's got thinner lips, which I know because I've inherited them. So we're going to try it. We're going to maximise them, but without going crazy Kylie Jenner bee sting bloody look on the lips. Yeah, duck pout. We're gonna just emphasise what Mum's already got. So we're going to start off with the Cupid's bow. No, just relax your mouth. Don't be doing any of that. What is she like?
I thought you had to do funny faces.
No, just relax your mouth for me. We're going to start at the Cupid's bow and we're going to just take it above the line that you already have. And you can see, because I'm doing it on somebody else, I'm supporting my hand. Obviously, if this was you doing it yourself, you'd be just going straight in. Just taking it above the lip line like that. And you're going to start by just carving out a new Cupid's bow and then repeating on the other side. Right, now if you tilt your head back very slightly for me, it's very unflattering for you, bless you, but I need to be able to see the way your lip falls. And then I'm going to just take it down to the corner, but just above the line that you have. And I'm going to draw in the lip as well as, oh, a bit of the pencil sharpening just fell off, as well as around the lip. Lovely. So now you've really got to keep the lips balanced and symmetric at the same time. This is something that will take practice and you will get it. The more you do it, you will get it. It become easier for you. Now to do, look how dirty my hands have got, good Lord. I'm going to rest on your nose and I'm going to bring the pencil underneath now. And I'm going to draw again, just underneath. And there's an easy way of doing this. If you just put your tongue behind your lip for me, no, not like, Jesus Christ, just not just that's perfect, just exactly that. If you place your tongue just behind your lip, it pushes out the lip and creates like a shadow line underneath. That's it, and then colour the lip in. That's it. Okay. And now we're going to go in with a lipstick shade that matches that colour. We are going to use, where is it? A little bit of Modesty. So this is again one of my favourite matte colours. Modesty, it's a cream sheen lipstick. And that's the swatch colour, so it matches Subculture really nicely. one of my crown brushes, and it hasn't got a number on it, which is really annoying, but it's a crown brush. It's a little synthetic haired brush. And I'm going to load it up. I could use the bullet, obviously, if you're applying it yourself, you're going to use the bullet to do it. But when you're applying it on a client or somebody sat in front of you, it's much easier to use a brush. It's a lot more precise, especially when you've just maximised the lip. I'm just going to go back in with Mum's foundation brush just to make sure it's all blended in. Back on the nose there. Oh, I wiped it off earlier. I was touching you. Okay, and there you are. That's your lips done. So we're going to zoom out quickly because it's awfully close. We're going to spray you with some setting spray. Again, in my kit, of course, I've got the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and this is also going to help to keep the oil down. You can buy another one from them, Mum, which is called Oil Slick, which is fantastic, and that keeps the oil right down. So again, treating it like it's water, like it didn't cost £20 odd a bottle, spray it on there. Don't be shy of it. And actually, something Mum did say to me, which I think is a really valid point about applying makeup. Mum said to me while we'd paused one of the videos, you use so much more of that than I ever use, and that's, you know, and she said that's probably why it never bloody works. If you're not sure on how to use something and you've bought it from a counter or a particular brand, bloody ask the person who works there how much to use. Just use a little bit more. Try and be a bit more confident in what you're applying and where you're applying it. And I can understand if you don't know what you're doing, it's a difficult thing to do. But I think that's quite a valid point, don't you think? You know, she'd be. So we're going to just place Mum's fringe back so it doesn't look so strong off your face. Lovely, and she's absolutely done. I think you look beautiful, Mother.
Thank you, darling.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to come and sit next to you now. All right, so that is my tutorial with Mum. Just posing away, bless her. Don't we look alike, Jesus? Okay, any questions, anything, just let me know. Like, subscribe, share. Let's do it. You happy?
Fantastic.
Oh, love her. Oh, I kissed her eye.